That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bottom. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Hello, how is everybody? Obviously today we're covering for Wayne the woodturner as he's travelling down from down south. So yeah, welcome to everybody in the chat. Look at this, absolutely amazing. 22 people in the chat, so much. Thank you. Yeah, right, let's go through the chat. So first off was Keith. Yes, Keith, please take it easy on me today as we had a long tiring weekend. No, we weren't back too late last night. I only got back about 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. Oh, okay, about 6 I've been told. So anyway, it weren't too bad. So in the chat we have Keith, he was first. Welcome Keith. John, Robbo Robson. Who else we got here? Sid Franklin. Hi Sid, how are you? Jay. Let's have a look. Ian Lennon. Hi Ian. Hi Mike, how are you? Thanks for coming over, guys. Mark, the gentleman woodturner. Hi, Mark. How are you? Mark, I'm going to message you after this about a power cord as I forgot to bring it. So we'll sort something out, mate. I've got it sitting there. Who else we got in the chat? We have Rob. Hi, Rob. Tommy Dunn. Hi, Tommy. Stace Smith. Hi, Stace. Who else we got? Oh, Dr. Bob. Hello, sir. How are you? My lovely wife, Nikki, is in the chat. Baz. Hi, Baz. And I think, oh, Herb. Hi, Herb. How are you? Colin Roberts. Hi, Colin. How are you? So, as you all may or may not know, we had a bit of a get together at the weekend with a few makers, and I can safely say it was one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. Great company, great laughs, really good weekend. So I thank everybody from my heart who was involved, and I really look forward to the next time. So, with that said, we'll move on with today's project. What I've got is a piece of Iruko. I've cut it down 150mm square, and I want to make a winged bowl out of it. I'm going to try and leave it, well, I want to leave it square, but I want to try and make the legs what it sits on, so it's contoured in the side, so the actual bottom of the bowl's not sitting on anything, it's sort of floating. That's the plan. So that's what I'm going to have a go at. Something simple today, nothing too high tech. Baz, we're not talking to you. So we get this chucked up and we will get it flattened off, because there's a bit that's rough sawn on that edge. So we'll get that cut off, and we'll go from there. So as always, I have my lovely wife as my airworm. We are going to get her on sound. We've just spoken about it, and I'm going to get another headset so we can get Nick on sound. She's not quite confident enough for camera yet, but we're getting there. We're halfway there. So yeah, that's the plan. So for all you guys who want her on sound and camera, keep working at it. Did everyone have a good weekend anyway? Let's put it that way. Let's ask the question. So I'll move the cameras over, and we will start turning this up. And like I said, I'm just going to square this off first to get rid of this rough sawn, and then we will yes, I believe so. Yeah, it is really dusty, really dusty. So I'm going to have the extraction going, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. But if it gets really bad, then I'll put a mask on, but obviously there'll be no sound, so I'll have to pass you over to the wife for sound. We'll get some safety glasses and we'll get cracked on. Oh, okay, let me turn the extraction off. Right, what's the question? Yep.
I don't know how to explain, though. I have a bowl blank that I'm trying to form the bottom. I'm getting dust. Is that normal? Is my gouge blunt?
Depends on what the wood is. If it's a really hard and dry wood, then you will get a lot of dust, Rob. If it's a bit pucky, you'll get a lot of dust. If the wood's a bit soft, you'll get a lot of dust. If it is soft and a little bit pucky, then you can add a bit of sand and sealer. I've done it before where I've thinned down the sand and sealer a little bit to so it soaks into the wood, and then obviously apply it, leave it to dry, put another coat over it, 2 or 3 coats, and then try that. If your gouges have been sharpened, mate, then they should be sharp. I don't know. Obviously, I can't answer the question if your gouges are sharp or not. I don't know how you sharp, so I can't answer that question. So yes, hope that helps. Hi Rich, hi Nick, how are you both? Who else? Hi Wayne, how are you? Hope you and Valerie are well. Did I see another question from? Yes, she kept putting her head in the background just to try and be famous, Colin. Who said that? Oh yeah, make sure I'm awake, yeah. Hi Jappy, welcome over. Right, so let's get this flattened out and make a start. Put some extraction on, I think. Just drop the rest down a little bit high. As always, when you turn them square, it's always a bit strange to start with because you seem to be turning fresh air. Let's move this. So what I'll try and do is, because I want the bottom of the bowl lower than the legs, I'm going to actually turn this so it's quite a bit deeper in. So what I'm doing is from where I can see the whole bowl, which is around about there, I'm actually going to turn that down around about a ½ inch lower, because I really want it so the legs are holding it up. Like that. So I'm going to go in there deeper. Turn off from it. So what I'm looking for is a bowl around about that width, and then a gap around about that, so it's sort of contoured in to give me my step in. Then hopefully it should take some of this out to make it like this, floating really, so the actual bowl's floating. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit more. And I'm going to try and actually I'm going to spin that around a little bit. So give us a little bit more maneuverability. So I'm going to be using a 3/8 bowl gouge, and I'm going to start taking this in a little bit with a 3/8 bowl gouge. So try and take this in a bit further, because I want to be breaking through that edge. Just see how close we are to the edge, because I want to be breaking like that. I want to, as you can see there, I want to be breaking through that edge, because I just want to leave the legs on it. That's the plan. So we're just going to have to gradually work our way through, gently nibbling at it until we get the depth we want, by taking it nice and gentle, because we don't want to grab it and snatching and all the other bits that go with it. So I don't want to go all the way through. I want to try and leave about 3/4 of an inch, because I want to try and curve the top as well, so we get a bit of character on the top. Still a long way to go. I want to try and bring it up to here somewhere. So I think we'll bring that in a bit. Take a bit out of here. Take a bit out of the side, give us a bit more room. Oops. It's getting a bit narrow now. Alright, Tommy. Nice to see you, sir. Hi, Scott. How you doing, sir? You got that conservatory up yet? Oh. Yeah, but I've been in price work up this morning. Take a bit out of this. I might be quiet, but I'm nervous. Well, I'm not nervous, I'm just concentrating. Because as you can imagine, there ain't a lot of space down there. Alright, let's have a look at that. It's getting close. It's getting close. I think if I just clean that up a little bit, I think I'm going to leave it at that. What I'm trying to do down the bottom there is I'm trying to ride the bevel so that it's bouncing off the bevel rather than touching the wings. So I'm trying to keep the wings away from the wood without it catching. Because I don't want to be catching them wings down there, that's for sure. But because obviously it's hollow and you've got them big gaps now, I'm getting a little bit of vibration as I'm going in. So I'm trying to just take some nice slow passes so we don't get too much tool marks in it. So there's not too much sanding. But obviously enough, that tastes nice, to be enough so that we're getting a nice cut. So it's just gentle little passes down the bottom there to try and clean it out as far as we can get it. Just like that. Got an audience today. I got my dad in the corner. I got Nick over there, so I've got an audience today. Hi JP, how are you, sir? Barry. Oh hi Barry. Hope you're well. So I think what I'm going to do, must have done that some good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just take this a little bit tighter in here to try and get a round on this. What I really want is a continuous round all the way around there. This we can clean up, obviously. But hi Emmett, how you doing, sir? So we'll take that up a little bit tighter, riding the bevel along the wood to give us a nice smooth cut, hopefully. It's a bit bouncy for some reason. So I'm trying to get that up there. I just want to clean that out there. So I'm trying to keep the gouge low. Again, so we're riding that bevel. So we don't get too much snatching and grabbing right at the top there, because there's not a very good big space at the top there. So we'll see how that is. I think that's about as deep as I dare go. There you go, look at that. Nice curve. That's what I want. So, I'm going to put my tenon in the bottom now. Or my mortar, should I say, not my tenon. My mortar's in the bottom. So that we can... who said that? Robbo. Don't need sharpening, cheeky monkey. Yeah, it was bouncing a little bit because I didn't have the bevel rubbing on the wood very well. Or I had it too rubbing. I didn't want to take light cuts, so I had the bevel pretty hard on the wood. So, let's get a tenon marked in here. Find a tape, or ruler shall we say, on a centre. Just under 30mm, about there. So, parting tool. Now what we've got to be careful of is these wings. We don't want to be catching our hands on them wings. That is for sure. That don't look very big. I'll double check that. We got 30mm. No, that ain't big enough. We want to be here. We want to be there. Well, alright Dan, see you later. Thanks for coming over. So clean this out. This wood's not actually too bad. Once you get past the first coat and you're taking off decent cuts, it's actually not that dusty. I suppose it'd be quite dusty when you're sanding, but the actual cutting it out is not too bad, to be perfectly honest. Oh yeah, what is it? Oh gosh. Who started that off? I used to like Scott. Going to put some nice little grooves in there just to make it look pretty, I suppose. Go on then. Sorry, what was the question? You don't have to have one. I've got, where is it? Sorry, you're covered in dust now. What I use is, I've got a couple like this. That's a wire one, just a soft wire one. And then I've got a soft bristle one there. You can get a copper one like this. I believe that Halfords do a set of 3 for about £6 or £7, and you get a brass one, this metal one, and this soft one for the same, all in a kit. I mainly use this wire one, to be perfectly honest, and this works really well. If you're on about doing like I did, can you just pass me that piece behind that box, babe? No, that. Blow dust off it. So if you're on about doing something like this, was it Colin? Colin Roberts? Colin, where I burnt it and then I raked out the grain and then embellish waxed it. That's what I used on this. Was this soft? It's not as hard as a wire brush. It's quite a soft brush. It's more like a suede brush. So yes, that's what I used. And a wire brush to me is too aggressive because a wire brush is quite hard. But those are quite soft. So what I do is I went over it with that, and then just use that just to brush out the final dust out of the grain, really. So ideally, yes. I've seen people scrape them out with like a knife or things like that. So I've seen that before. Guys, thank you very much. You don't need to. It's very much appreciated. Oh, JP's volunteered to come over and help build the extension. Look. Is he? Oh, he remembered then. Hi Steve, how are you?
Steve from Rubber Duck says there's no we here, Steve, because your paws going to get waxed on those corners. And oh, because I told him that I'm going to hide. Scott asked if he'd start the decorating, and I said no, but you're going to start the extension tomorrow. And I'm going to hide your keys.
Keys for what? I won't be able to do it if you hide the carriage keys.
And I was just explaining to John PBH that he said hello, Mr. Cavell Senior. I just explained.
No, it's not. No, it's not Cavell. Well, I'm not under the thumb. I just took you. No, I'm not colouring it jappy. It's too nice a piece of wood. I think once I start to put some finish on it, you'll realise that it's too nice to be coloured, because it should bring out a nice, well, it should bring out a real deep chatoyancy colour. Not colour, but reflection. Mark, thank you very much. You didn't need to do that. Sorry? Who did that? Oh, really? I'd like to see that. Barry, send me a picture, please. Right, so got a shape I wanted. I've got what I want to do there. I'm just going to clean these feet up a little bit, just because they've got a little bit of a curve on them where I turned it. So I'm going to just flatten those out, and then we can get ready to sand and clean up, ready to finish the bottom off. So I'm just going to try and just gently pass this over. Hopefully to flatten them out. But it's a bit hard to see because you can't really see a perfect finish. Oops. Hang on, I've got to cancel my chat in the corner's going mental. I've got to cancel. That's crazy. Me keep buzzing in my blooming ear. How do I mute the chat? Right, hopefully that's cured. It kept binging in my ear all the time. Right, so let's get this sand up. Obviously, I'm not gonna sand in there when it's running, because I like my fingers the way they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of 120 and get in there and sand it by hand. Why am I? Sorry. So I've got a little bit of sanding to do in there. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's a bit awkward to get in there, but We'll sort it. Got a little bit of chipping out there. I might have to just clean it up with a sander or something at the end. Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a job to get in there, really. Who had this idea of making one of these? So I hope everybody's recovered after the weekend. Did I drop a pencil? No, why? Why is there one in it, is there? It weren't me, Dale. Promise. Pencil I had, I laid on top of the table saw. Well, who said that then? Did they ask? No, it weren't me, Dale. I promise. So just give this a bit of a clean up. I don't know how I'm going to Yorkshire grit it without being able to rotate it. That's going to be a challenge, isn't it? I might have to make something to put down here so my fingers ain't down there, I think. Any suggestions in the chat? What I can use to put down there while my fingers are not in it? This stuff is awful when you say. So I don't mind doing that little bit in the middle while that's turning, because my hand's not going to be near the outside edge. But I've sort of attached to my fingers. I like them where they are. Yeah. I haven't got a mini one. Sorry? Yeah, I think it might be something like that. I might actually get a piece of wood and use what? Your fingers? Yeah, I'm thinking of something narrow to get down there, because I ain't putting my fingers down there, that's for sure. Who? I might need a bit of tape just to put a bit of masking tape. There's a bit in there. Just put a bit of tape around just to stop it sliding up. See how that goes. It's got to be safer than sticking my fingers up there, that's for sure. Ooh. That's better. It's better finish. So that's 120. We'll do 240. 240. And then we'll, excuse me. So 240. Just wrap a bit of that around there just to hold it in place. Don't even know if a mini mop would get in there, to be honest, because it's only about 10mm at the bottom there. See, we have these great ideas of making this stuff, but don't think it through, really, do we? No, she wouldn't be able. Well, I wouldn't let her put her fingers down there, to be honest, Steve. If I'm not going to put my fingers down there, I'm not going to let my wife put her fingers down there. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, I can finish it off. What I'll do is I'll get it turned off, and then after the live, I'll get the sander out and get in there and clean it all up properly and get some pictures up on social media, as always, so that people can see the finished product even. So I mean, it's just a little tiny bit in the back there that I can't get to, but like I say, I'll do that after the live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sand and sealer on there. Chestnut sand and sealer, which has been pre-finned. I finned it down as recommended by Wayne the woodturner so it flows a little bit easier. Dremel, yeah, could use a Dremel. I've got a Dremel. Just something to in there and sand. I'll do it after the live, that won't hurt. Yeah, it's the CNC making that noise. It's to keep you awake. So we get that rubbed in there. And on the back of the legs. So give that a few seconds to dry. And we'll give that a denib. I suppose if I wanted to, I could make a paddle, a bit longer paddle on the CNC, or I could just cut one out. I suppose I ain't got to fanny around design it and cut it out on the CNC. But Colin, I finned the cellulose finish down with the cellulose sand and sealer. I finned it down with cellulose thinners. Hang on, guys. Yeah, because I banged on the door. Sorry. You thin it down with cellulose thinners, Colin. Which is hi Wayne, how are you, sir? Are you home? No, are you on the way home? Is he home? Is he? Oh, glad you had a good journey. Nice to see you home safe. So let's get this denibbed. What, Wayne got home? Oh, yeah. He didn't hang about this morning. No, you can't hear it, mate. It's in nearest you can hear it in here is because you can hear it on the other wall vibrating when that's moving backwards and forwards. But it's in a box, so you can't really hear it. So I really want to Yorkshire grit that, but I'm going to try it. I'll stick me cloth on the ruler and see if we can get it. I'll do the bottom and then I'll move it on the ruler. This should bring us a nice, well, it should bring the grain out. And if it's anything like mahogany, it should have a nice piece of, here we go, chatoyance to it. So I'm going to go as far as I dare go. What Wayne did? Bloody hell. What? Yeah, you had another JP, had you? Right, I didn't go no higher, so I'm going to stick it on my ruler and finish it off. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, good idea. Trouble is, I came up with this marvellous idea of doing one, but didn't think no further than putting a blank on the lathe. So I suppose you could call it bad preparation, but we will overcome. So let's get buff that off. I've put quite a deep mortise in there as well because of obviously when we're turning the top. I've never turned a piece of Aruco, is it Aruco, before, so I didn't know how hard it would actually be, but it turns quite nice actually. It turns very similar to oak and things like that, same sort of density I suppose. Right, so it's Yorkshire gritted, as you should be able to see. Can you see this chatoyance along here? See a bit of it. So I'm not going to wax that because obviously I'm going to finish the other side. I'm going to finish the bottom off after the live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it and do the inside, and then I'll wax it once I've finished it. So what we'll do now is I want to try and bring a curve off a hair to match into these legs. I don't want it just square and chunky like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to taper this out and curve those legs. Not to a point, but I want to get rid of this whole corner, so I'm hoping I can get them legs quite thin. That's the plan anyway. So let's move this camera. Let me just have a swig of my coffee, cold coffee. No, it's fine. So I'll put it like that, and then you can see both angles at the same time. So I'm going to use a 3/8 bowl gouge. Actually, I'm going to turn this stock so I can get to it easier. Head stock, should I say, so I can get to it easier. And I'm going to use a 3/8 bowl gouge to gently. Sorry? What's the matter? Oh, sorry. Gently take these out, then leave me enough to obviously do the bowl on the inside. So I'm going to gently take these out. And as I said earlier, it's like you're turning fresh air. So I'm going to move that round now, because as you can see we're taking it there. I want to take a bit of this off. Got a nice split in there now. So we'll try and get a bit more speed on that, so hopefully that don't split like that. Tastes nice. What?
CP says he finds all woodworking is about problem solving. Rubber Dub says that's the fun of woodturning, throw the blank on the lathe and figure it out. Colin has said, what's European oak like for turning? He's got a 10 by 3 blank on order.
What oak?
Yeah, European oak.
I don't know, to be honest. All the oak I get is usually English oak.
JP said, don't go too thin. Bowls tend to explode, or is that just me at Dale's?
That's because you're an animal, JP.
Watch you don't break away the thinner edges as you shake the legs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep this as a constant shape now. I don't want to go much more than that. I'm just going to have to sand that out, I think.
Have you got Mark's 3/8 bowl gouge?
No.
I can't seem to find my bowl gouge. Anything you want to admit to me?
No. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
JP's put for sale. Bowl gouge.
JP will go 50-50. So I'm just going to put one last gentle pass on here. And that's going to be it. I'm trying to watch there to give me my shape as I'm passing.
Oh, they said check the chuck.
Check the chuck. What's the matter with the chuck?
JP's put 50-50. I think you're getting some flowers. Oh, he's got us rolled up into his car seat.
Yeah, see, accusing us.
He can't look after nothing. He's terrible, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, so I've got that nice and thin now, about the same thickness all the way through. I'd say maybe 10 mil. So I'm happy with that. So more wood. So that bowl now comes in. The actual outer edge of that is around about there. So I'm going to start. I'll perhaps go to there and then start curving that out. So again, I'm going to use the 3/8 bowl gouge to start hollowing that out, chunking that out with. Once I get my level right. And then we'll see how it comes out. Oh, hang on. Let's check the chuck. Just make sure it's tight because of the banging around. It should be okay. If I turn it the right way, Steve. Yep.
Just quickly, I don't know his answer, but they want to know, for those of you that make videos, do you pay for editing software?
Who's that?
Ellie.
Yes, I use, and I believe JP uses the same. I use Wondershare 9.5. You get, I believe you get a trial for it, but you can only export so many times once you've edited and done your video. And I honestly can't remember how much it is. No, I can't remember how much it is to buy it, but it's a really good bit of software.
One-off payment.
Yeah, it's just a one-off payment, and that gives you all the updates and all the other stuff to go with it. So, good piece of software. But obviously, there are other softwares out there. You just need to see really what's best for you, really. But I'm almost sure JP uses that as well. just going to turn that so I can get to it easier. It's a bit awkward there. It's just a little bit awkward to get in with the gouge. Oops. Is he? Okay. So what I'm going to try and do with this bowl, I'm going to try and get it so it's all the same depth, thickness all the way through. Put extraction on, it's a bit dusty. A couple more passes and we're going to be on our mark. It's actually not a bad wood to turn. I've never turned this stuff before, but it's not a bad wood to turn. So I'm just going to do one more pass and then I'm going to check tips hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that, because I don't want to become part of the funnel club on live TV. So that's close. That is very close. So I think once I just flatten that out, I need to take a little bit more out of this side here because it's more squarer down there, and then flatten that bottom out. I think we'll be pretty close. So just take this edge out of here a little bit. As you can hear now, you can hear again, thin. So I'm just going to check that. Say again. Right, okay. Who? Is he a new man? Hello Simon, how are you? Thanks for coming over. So that's not far out. I think what I'm going to do is just going to have a scraper in the bottom there, just to clean that bottom up. Rain stop play. Who said that? Baz. Got that lathe, Baz. Right, so I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is just going to, this edge here, I'm just going to curve that a little tiny bit. Say again. Alright, see you later JP, thanks for coming over mate. So like I said, I'm just going to curve this because I want a nice transition between there and there, and I think the best way to do that is curve it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently take it from the center line and curve it in. and then do the same on the other way. Oops, a bit too hard there. Just finish it off with the gouge. He's working on what? The lathe. So that's like. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So we should be able to sand that out. Normally. So, 120. 120, 120. There's 120. Right. Nice and slow. Dust extraction on. What's fell off the bracket? I need to adjust this. It's no good. Blackmail. Jabby. See you later, mate. Thanks for coming over. See, it worked today, I think, didn't he? Said. Yeah. Right, let's try again. Who marked this? Fabulous. So I'm going to sand this 120 through to 240 because this will be a bit easier to sand up, really, and not so dangerous. Ooh. I bet Wayne's sitting there going, power sand it, power sand it. It's a very dusty wood when you sand it, that's for sure. Right, so 120, 240, wherever that's gone. So what I'm going to do is I will get Wayne's favourite friend out, the orbital sander, and just clean those legs up with the orbital sander, but I will mute the sound because I know Wayne don't like the noise. So I'm just going to mute this and I'll sand these up. Right, that's that bit done. Hi Dale, how are you, sir? Hope you're well. Who else we got? Doug Miller. Hi Doug, how are you?
Steve Robbins.
Steve Robbins. Hello, sir. So I've sanded up to 240, which is much better. So we're going to get some sand and sealer on it now. And like I say, I'll finish the underside after the live. I'll get something in there to get it nice and smooth. Give this a nice good coat of sand and sealer. I'll get these legs all nicely shaped then. I might use a Dremel to shape those, to be honest. But I'll do them after the live. I can spend a bit of time on them then and get it finished off properly. And then we'll get some mug shots up of it.
Dale said he wanted donation for some more tie wraps.
Zip ties, the ones he lent me the other day. I've got them in the truck, mate. Do you want them back? Thank you very much for that. You was a lifesaver. Yeah, it's down to Glyn. Glyn's fault. That's not his fault. No, the for some reason, well, what? Someone new. Welcome over to the channel, sir. Or madam. Oh, Bobby. Sir, then. Well, you like? No, actually, a Bobby can be a lady as well. So, a couple of coats of sand and sealer. We'll let that dry off a little bit. We'll denib that. Then what I'll do is I'll polish the inside, just so you guys can see what it's going to look like. And then we'll give it some wax, so you can see what it's going to look like. And then we'll then what I'll do is, like I say, I'll finish this, or I'll shape all this nicely, because obviously we get some chipping out where I turned it. Thank you, Steve, for coming over. Hope you have a great day, mate. Yeah. No, that is Steve. Give us a good clean up with denibbing it. And we get some Yorkshire grit on it. I'm just going to Yorkshire grit the inside for reasons, obviously, because we're going to finish the outside afterwards. So I'm going to use some original grit just to get that. Sorry? Etsy. I've put 2 or 3. Did I put 2 or 3 more on this morning? I think I put 2 or 3 more pieces on this morning, Mark. Thank you for your help yesterday, showing me how to get it set up. Just hope something sells. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link on my Instagram. I don't know if that'll help or not, but we'll see. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. So nice, smooth finish with the Yorkshire grit, hopefully. What? Block him. Take your spanner away. You can go off people, you know that, Mark, don't you? Yep. No, they're too coarse. I tried those and they're too coarse. Toolstation do a pack. I think I've got a pack here from Toolstation.
Well, Chestnut do a pack.
Yeah, Chestnut. That's where I got them from. But Toolstation do. Hang on, let me put the camera over. Toolstation do this pack, which on the back here it says coarse, medium, fine, but it doesn't actually give you how fine is. The black one's the fine one. But as Wayne has said, the orange ones or the red ones and the orange ones, and they also do a white one, which is like really fine. Come from Chestnut, which is where I get them from now.
Barry's off to transfer and turned up.
Oh, see you later, Barry. Thank you for coming over, sir.
Steve's on with his boss, he's got to go to work.
Yeah, Steve said that.
Robbins.
I'll see you later, Steve. Thank you for coming over. So, speed this up a little bit just to take the final, give it the final bit of smoothness, or cutting, shall we say. As you can see already, we've got a nice sheen coming on there. So hopefully once you get a wax on it, it should be fan-dabby dozy. Nice. It's got a nice bit of chatoyance in there, look. Nice. Right, so I'm going to give this a coat of wax 22.
Norfolk gonna get bitten. Midnight Joker said to all these Steves work at the same place. I was gonna ask. Probably will.
So, coat of wax 22. Just to hopefully give it a bit of a shine. And like I said, I'm just going to do this top edge just so you can see what's going to look like. And then I'll get it properly finished after the live. Give it a nice rub in. So everybody, Colin Roberts is going to be doing his first video soon. No pressure, Colin. Be good to see another making. So give us a polish out. Steve Factory, yeah. Steve Factory, and we make Steves. So it gives us a bit of speed. Just give that edge a bit of a polish. That's a pretty bit of wood. Really is a pretty bit of wood. It's that glimmering, shimmering in the light. Really nice. Nice. So let's get it out and what do you want? Let's have it here, shall we? So what I wanted to do was have that so that stood on there like that, so you can actually see underneath the bottom. That was the plan, which I think we've cracked it. But what I need to do, I just need to get the Dremel or something just to clean this edge up, because we've got a few bits of chipping out where the tool was turning. Whether I wasn't turning it quite quick enough or what, I don't know, but we've got a little bit of chipping out there and there. So what I'll do is I'll clean it up with a tool so we get a nice curve in there, and then I'll get something in there to clean up on that inner edge where we couldn't quite get our fingers in. So other than that, I'm happy with that. Nice piece of wood, that. Thank you, Mark, for bringing that down to me at the weekend. It's very nice, very shimmery, as they say. Nice, very nice. So anyway, let's move the camera. So there we go. Like I said, I'll just clean these sides up off camera, and then I'll get some pictures up. It's a bit dusty, obviously, where we're... But like people are saying, it's quite a dusty wood. For some reason, I don't... Well, I know why it's obviously dusty, because it's dry as well. That don't help it. But a nice piece of wood to turn. Very nice piece of wood to turn. So there it is, guys. Once I get it finished, I'll get some pictures up on social media. Little bit of a winged... Or would you call it winged? It really winged, is it? Because the edges are now actually the feet. So I don't know what you call it, really. But I've enjoyed doing it. It's been good. Been very good. I like it. Mark on timeout. He keeps asking stupid questions, yeah. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It's turned out really, really nice. This blank was 190 by 190. I cut it down to 150 square. And I'm really pleased how it's come out. Really like it. It's nice. Yeah. So as you may have seen in the chat, Mark, the gentleman woodturner, gave me a hand yesterday to open an Etsy store. So I'm going to advertise it on Instagram and Facebook once I've got a few more pieces on it. So if there's something you like, message me, because I've now at the moment got 3.5 boxes full of pieces I've made, and I need to really consider getting rid of some of it. So spread the word, and hopefully we can bring some money back into the channel. To even if it just makes it self-funded would be good. But like I say, we'll see what happens. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Thanks, Scott. Get on with that extension. Who, sorry? JSG, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wayne. Ian, thank you very much. Suspended bowl, yeah. It's just nice because... Where's that bit of wood? It's just nice because when it's standing there, you can see... You can actually see underneath it, which is nice. Sort of makes it nice so it's standing on the feet rather than what we always do, stand it on the bottom of the bowl. So it could have been a little bit higher, I suppose, but it's nice. Sorry? Oh. Yeah, it's raining here. Damn. I'm hoping I've actually rung the weather monitoring station, hoping if they can put rain all week. But... Hello, Christine and Michael. How are you? Thank you very much. Try Not Woodworks by Bobby. Hi, Bobby. How are you? First time to the channel. Thank you very much for coming over. Thank you, Mark, for that. You are a true gentleman. Mark, I have a power lead for that TV that I forgot to bring. So what I will do is, after this, I'll message you. And if you give me your address, I'll ship it out to you. Because I was meant to bring it in. I was just so excited to meet you, Mark. Just so excited. So, guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, today was a stand-in for Wayne. Wayne will be back as normal on Wednesday. So, keep an eye out for that. Things should get some sort of back to normality now. Hopefully this week. Yeah, Dale. That's an interesting one, that one. So, hi Amy, how are you? Thank you for coming over. Yeah, we're now going, Amy. Bye. This is what I made, Amy. I don't know if you've seen it. This is what I made. A little, well, I call it a winged bowl, but I've actually used the edges of the square blank I used to make the feet out of it. So go back and watch it if you want to see how I turned it. It's a little bit daunting in places because obviously when you turn in the back here, you've got to get your gouge in there. But I'm going to clean up after the live and get that finished. So be all nice and smooth. And then I'll take some photographs of it and stick it on the Instagram and that so people can see it. So yeah. Right guys, so if there's no questions, we'll kill it. Nice little short live today, just over an hour. That's how it weren't that big a project, so thank you, Colin. I started your mirror today, Colin, so hopefully end of the week, beginning next week, you should get it. So keep an eye out for that, mate. Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much. Right, then. So if there's no questions, we'll knock it on the head. So as always, thank you so much to everybody, each and every one of you for coming over and spending an hour with me and my lovely wife. And as always, the chat is nice, friendly, bit of entertainment, friendly banter, which is what we're here for. The project is good, but it's the interaction with you guys that I really do it for. So thank you so much for coming over and spending a bit of time for us, or with us, me and my wife. And thanks to everybody who came over. So guys, if there's no questions, I'm going to knock it on the head. So if you've enjoyed it, then please hit that thumbs up and don't forget to share. I'm so close to 2,000 subs. I'm 4 away from 2,000 subs. I know it's not all about the subs, but it's a massive milestone for me. Like I say, I've only been going 2 years, so I would love to get to the 2,000 subs, and I may do a giveaway. If I hit the 2,000 subs between now and Thursday, I may turn a bowl or something on Thursday and use that as a giveaway. I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought. I have thought about it, but I don't know what to give away. So yeah, everybody's on the hashtag flowers for Nikki. So, but yes. So thank you very much for everybody for coming over. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, smash that thumbs up and don't forget to tell all your friends and family. So anyway, guys, speak to you soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye.
That's all, folks.